Did you know that bearded dragons are known to wave at their friends? Yes, you heard it right. These charming creatures sporting an impressive and somewhat intimidating beard are a fascinating species. Named for the scales under their throat that puff up and darken when threatened, bearded dragons carry an aura of ancient wisdom and a dash of comic relief. These unique creatures hail from the warm, arid regions of Australia, where they bask in the sun and frolic in the sand. But don't let their exotic origins fool you. Bearded dragons have won over hearts across the globe, making them popular pets in many households. And their charm doesn't stop at their striking appearance. They are known for a peculiar behavior that leaves many scratching their heads in wonder. These scaly friends wave at each other. Yes, wave, but why? Well, that's a mystery we'll delve into later. Stay tuned to find out why these scaly pals are waving at each other. So, you've probably wondered, what's a day in the life of a bearded dragon like? Well, let's dive right into it. Our scaly friend wakes up with the sun, ready to start its day. There's no hitting the snooze button for these early risers. And what's the first thing on their agenda? Breakfast, of course. Bearded dragons have a varied diet that includes a delightful mix of insects and vegetables. Imagine starting your day with a bowl of crickets sprinkled with some fresh greens. Sounds exotic, doesn't it? But that's just a normal morning meal for our bearded buddy. After breakfast, it's time for a bit of exercise. These reptiles are not couch potatoes. They love to explore their surroundings, scuttling around and climbing over rocks and branches. But don't be fooled, they're not just aimlessly wandering. Bearded dragons are curious creatures, always on the lookout for potential food or threats. Once the morning exercise is done, it's time for their favorite part of the day, basking. Bearded dragons are ectothermic, meaning they rely on external heat sources to regulate their body temperature. And what better heat source than a nice warm lamp? They bask under the lamp, soaking up the heat much like we humans soak up the sun on a beach vacation. But lounging under a heat lamp is not just about feeling warm and cozy. For bearded dragons, basking is vital for digestion and overall health. So while it might seem like they're just lazing around, they're actually taking care of their health. Just think of it as their version of a spa day. As the day draws to a close, bearded dragons wind down and prepare for a good night's sleep. And yes, they do sleep at night just like us. No late night parties for these guys. They need their beauty sleep to be ready for another day of eating, exploring, and basking. But wait, we still haven't uncovered the mystery of the waving dragons, have we? Well, stay tuned because that's coming up in the next scene. Now let's uncover the mystery behind our friendly waving dragons. You see, arm waving in bearded dragons is not just a random act, it's actually a form of communication. You can think of it as their unique way of saying hello. But wait, it's not a casual hey like us humans, it's a bit more nuanced than that. This wave is often a submissive gesture, usually thrown by a smaller, less dominant dragon towards a larger or more dominant one. It's their way of saying, you're the boss and I acknowledge that. It's a bit like when you're at a party and see someone you're not really friends with, but you give them a friendly wave anyway. It's a peace offering, a way to avoid any potential conflict. So next time you see a bearded dragon waving, you'll know it's just saying, hey, no beef here, mate. So there you have it, the enigmatic and endearing world of bearded dragons. These intriguing creatures with their spiky, beard-like scales and expressive eyes have certainly captured our attention. We've delved into their daily routines, from their basking habits under the sun to their distinctive diet, rich in insects and greens. We've looked at their unique physical features that give them a dragon-like appearance yet make them one of the most adored reptiles in the world. But what really sets these fascinating creatures apart is their waving behavior. As strange as it may sound, these reptiles have a way of communicating that is as enigmatic as it is endearing. And while we may not fully understand it, it adds another level of charm to these wonderful creatures. We invite you to share your own experiences or fun facts about bearded dragons. Let's continue to unravel the mysteries of these amazing creatures together. Remember, if you spot a bearded dragon waving at you, make sure to wave back. After all, it's only polite.